Alright guys, welcome back. Just a quick update. Working on the fuel system at the moment. Went ahead and here's the bracket that I made. Took a piece of ply, real thin ply. I think that's like 1/8 ply. It's real light and flimsy, so I took 2 layers of carbon fiber, laid up some resin, and let it sit all night. Then trimmed it, and currently it's setting up. Should be about dry. The tank is glued to the support, and then I did go ahead and glue it to the bulkhead. It still makes it removable. I would just have to cut here and here, real simple cut, and then I can clean up the area here to remount it with a Dremel, so no big deal. I did take the tank back out and take the 2-sided Velcro off because it brought the tank up just a little higher, and what I was running into is with this tank sitting on top and the Velcro, it pushed it up a little higher. So when I put the canopy on, it would push the tank forward a little bit because it was hitting. And what I was looking to do, as you can see right here, these 2 marks, that is the CG range, 300 millimeters to 330. And if you follow that up, this tank is going to be just shifted forward a little bit of that. I'm trying to take this tank and line it up right dead center with the CG. And taking that Velcro out and putting some 2-sided tape in there to kind of keep the bottom still. Allow it to lower just a little bit to get it moved to where I needed it. So that should be about dry. Yeah, it's pretty much dry. So while that was drying, I got this got something done that I've been wanting to do for a little while. I've been wanting something to sit this thing on and kind of have like a stand. So I took some of that crazy foam stuff I got and I kind of cut it to fit, and I got some pictures that I'm posting on the build kind of showing you what each one look like. So they just tailor to the bottom of the jet, and I kind of made like a 3-prong thing to help them stay up. They're not connected, so this way you can kind of move them around, and it works great. This will be a perfect thing to take to the field with me and you know, assemble it with, because they're real light. You just throw them on the ground, kick them where you want them, set the jet on it, and assemble or disassemble. I did take an old shirt. It's kind of this stuff's kind of rough. You know, it's still soft, but I didn't want it scratching the paint or anything. So I took some a cotton shirt, cut it in strips, and hot glued it on. I glued this together with hot glue. Holds just fine. You can't pull it apart. And everything. So kind of a neat little easy stand. It's really easy to cut that stuff, and it's not as tough. This is same kind of foam, but this is stiffer or more stiff than this. So it works out great. So now I can take the wings on and off without having to hold it and tilt it, because due to the shape of that fuselage, it makes it kind of hard to you know, do anything without the wings on it. So also what I just finished doing was you can see those 2 pieces of carbon fiber. I took some 30-minute epoxy, mixed some denatured alcohol with it to thin it out really good, you know, kind of like resin. And I'd already cut the holes. You can kind of see them here. Maybe you can't. It's hard to see there, but got one on each side. That's where my my vents are going to be for the fuel system, and then I'll plug my taxi tank. I'll have it like a splitter, like a Y, and just plug the 2 lines in each side from a taxi tank. And as soon as that dries, I'll cut the hole back out, put the brass tubing in there, and then reattach attach these vent lines. I made sure to put the smoke tank in and make sure I got them far enough forward, because if you put them too far back you can't get your smoke tank in there. So that's curing, and as soon as that's done, I'll connect up the vent lines, go ahead and put the UAT in and connect all the hoses up to the point where they got to go to the pump. And speaking of vents, I had this super large Tygon tubing, and it doesn't fit snug, but you can't pull it off. It pushes on fairly easy. So with a couple pieces of lock wire, that'll be airtight. But it's a lot. You can almost take this Tygon. Here, let me get a kind of compare them to the two. It's kind of hard to see there. But you can kind of see this will be my vent line. This is what I'm going to run everywhere else. This is pretty much the same diameter as the brass tubing that I'm using. So this will these two will be for the vent, just to kind of help alleviate any kind of pressure. And boom, yeah, here's this goofy something. I went ahead and connected the fill line, put the lock wire on it, and just put a little hole there in front of the piece, so you can, there's your fill port with the plug, and it just fits right back in that hole. It's a little snug, fits in there perfect and holds it. Kind of an easy, simple way to do it. And that'll slide right in, back in there. So as soon as that's done drying, I'll get that back in, and the next thing I'll be doing is mounting the top tank. Still not sure how I'm going to do it. I may, you know, try some Velcro, see if the Velcro will hold it. I just don't want it coming loose and pulling the canopy off, because that's, I think that's just under a gallon of fuel, so that's quite a bit of weight. That's 6 pounds, just say 6 pounds, and I don't want it coming loose and flopping around. So I thought about, you know, hard mounting it to this piece, or making some kind of bracket that'll lock it in, but we'll see. I'm still brainstorming on that one. And that will be pretty much it. And then I'll go ahead and I'm going to hold off. I said I was going to glue these in, but I'm going to hold off on this until I can get the pipe in and get that back bulkhead mounted, so I can get the right length for these and get the right location for those. So but that is about it. And so I talked to DreamWorks today, or yesterday. I guess they didn't know my sequencer was there, or Todd didn't, so didn't get on it as soon as it got there. So hopefully within this week or first of next week I'll get my sequencer back, so I can go ahead and get the air system hooked back up and test it, make sure I don't have any leaks. It should be, you know, shouldn't be having a problem with any air leaks, because the only lines I have run are to the gear and to the brakes. My gear doors are electric servos. So anyways, you guys take it easy. I'll get this video posted, get the pictures posted, and I'll start working on this stuff. But you guys take it easy.